Hello buddy and welcome, my name is Genna and today we're going to be reviewing these two VR replacements and this VR cover for the HTC Vive. So I'm going to be analyzing each one individually, telling you what's good and bad about it, and also telling you what's my favorite in my opinion, which one's the best. Just to let you know, by the way, the company that made these, they're called VR Cover. VR Cover makes VR covers. They actually sent me these as review samples, so disclaimer. So the main thing you should keep in mind when getting any of these products is the main reason you want them is for cleanliness. You don't want it for any other reason. In my opinion, the stock foam that comes with the HTC Vive is the absolute most comfortable one. None of the other ones that I've tried are more comfortable than it. This one is kind of a clothy texture. These other ones I'm going to talk about later are leathery. None of them have surpassed this stock one. It's just the most comfortable one. Now, it's not to say they're uncomfortable, but it's just that there's no point getting them if you want something more comfortable. What you want them for is cleanliness. And all of them will actually accomplish that just fine, just to different degrees. Alright, so let's get to it. I'm gonna start off with this basic. This is, I think, the first one they made. It's just a VR cover. Literally, you take your stock foam from your HTC Vive and you just kind of wrap it around. I'll show you actually a video on screen. This is from their website. It shows you how to put it on. So this one is actually the cheapest. It's $20 on the website. All the other ones are $30, and that's because it's kind of just a piece of fabric. But it will get the job done. It will keep your foam clean. The reason, in case you don't know, the reason you want to get one of these is because this stock foam, it's a sponge, right? So it's gonna soak up so much dirt after a certain amount of time, especially even just one intense run of Audio Shield or, I don't know, Pavlov or whatever. You're gonna be sweating and this thing is gonna soak up all this dirt. And it's nasty. I mean, after a certain period of time of owning your Vive, it's gonna get really gross. And putting on your face it'll be bad for your face. It'll make you dirty. Also, if you have a friend over and you want to pass it over, they don't want your cold sweat to touch. Even if you take like a 10-minute break from the Vive yourself and you put it back on, you just feel your gross sweat and it's really disgusting. There's no real solution to actually cleaning this. Even Vive themselves, the HTC actually, they say don't soak it in water. But it's a sponge. I mean, they say to wipe the surface with a wet cloth or something. That's not gonna clean. It's a sponge, man. I mean, it soaks up all this dirt. So yeah, you really want something else. This thing, I've heard other people also reporting this, but if you play something that gets you really sweaty, the stock foam underneath will still get a little bit of sweat from this, but this will soak up the majority of it. So it's good. And it's easy to just, like, you can actually wash it very easily. So yeah, after maybe a week or two of playing with this, you can just kind of throw it away to wash and then put it back on later when you're done. This is what the fabric of this one looks close up, by the way. Ooh, that's a really nice close up. Yeah, you can see it's comfortable. It's fine. Now, how easy is it to put it on? The tutorial makes it look very easy. It's not like it's complicated, but I struggled a little bit, mostly because I was switching out all three of these back and forth constantly, so it kind of was a bit annoying. But most likely you're going to be buying one or two and you won't be switching it out constantly, so it's not too big of a deal, but it'll take maybe like 1-2 minutes. So the fabric itself it's comfortable. I mean, like I said, the stock foam is more comfortable, but there's one problem I had with this that was kind of bothering me. Every single time I put it on, I thought, oh, maybe I put it on wrong by accident or something. But every single time I put it on, this is the top part, right? So this goes on your forehead, the other way around. But anyway, it's like this, and God, this looks so stupid. Every time I started playing after a while, I would feel this kind of like cutting into my forehead a little bit. I don't know if it's just the cut of my specific one, but I don't know. This just kind of like, it just got really annoying on my forehead. I tried to pull it down, I tried to adjust it. I don't know if that's something that's going to be consistent with all of them, but it was kind of annoying. It was annoying enough to make me not really use it. But yeah, this is the cheapest solution, so you know, if you want something that's kind of the most comfortable, probably. Yeah, this is more comfortable than these leather ones, for sure. But it also keeps you less clean, so it really depends on what you want. In my opinion, though, this is the weakest one. It is $10 less, but I feel like if you just invest $10 more, then you're getting more out of these ones, depending on what you're looking for. Okay, so the next two we're going to be talking about are foam replacements. This one is a 14mm version, and this one is a 6mm version. So you can see there's a considerable difference. Alright, so these ones, I was calling them leather earlier on. They're not actually leather, but let me get you a close-up of the texture. You can see here it's got this like little porous, leathery looking thing to it. It's a very nice texture, it feels very good. The cotton one is more comfortable than these, but barely in my opinion. And these ones keep you much more clean in a more efficient way, and so that's why I recommend these ones in the end. So the good thing about this is this is the thick one, by the way. The one I just showed you was the 6mm version. This is the 14mm version. Texture differs very slightly, but it's basically, it feels the same. So yeah, the great thing about these ones is because of their texture, they don't soak in the sweat like the cotton or the sponge. Instead, the sweat just kind of stays on your face and on this, and you can easily, after you're done with the session, you just get a tissue, anything you want. Even, I mean, obviously it's more clean to use like an alcohol wipe or something, but even with a tissue, you just can wipe the sweat off and you're good to go instantly. By the way, the great thing about this, I should have mentioned, when you buy these, you get 2 per pack. So let's say you have a friend over, you just kind of assign one of these to each of you, and then, you know, you're done playing. Oh, this is super gross and sweaty, now I'm gonna take mine off of the headset, and then my friend puts theirs on the headset. And yeah, you just clean it while they're playing, and then you're good to go, and you can keep taking turns. Now the problem is, although this does keep the cover more clean, it will make you sweat more because of the texture. It's leathery, so even when I was playing simpler games like Job Simulator, which, okay, they're kind of active, but not really, it got me much more sweaty than I would have with the cotton or with the sponge. It's not too big of a deal in my opinion, because, you know, ultimately this thing stays clean. You don't have to worry about washing the cover constantly. And the greatest thing about it is, as you can see, you just stick this on. You don't have to wrap it around the stock foam or anything. You just remove the foam and then you just stick it on. It's very, very easy. Now this is the 14mm version. In my opinion, I mean, this is all great and everything, but ultimately the 6mm version is exactly the same thing, but just better. You also get, because you get closer to the lens, you get an increased FOV, so you don't see kind of the black borders around you. But also, I just found it more comfortable. This one is, I mean, although it's thick, it's kind of, I don't know if you can see, you can't really tell, but there's a little bit of resistance when I try to actually push it. This one just kind of caves in instantly. You can't really tell, but it's more comfortable in my opinion. And although none of these are meant to be for glasses users, I mean, obviously this cotton one is, because the stock foam allows glasses and you just slip that on top. This one, actually, I found kind of a trick to make it work with glasses. This one, if you have glasses, by the way, you can see here I have frameless glasses. These are like the smallest glasses you can find, basically. And I could barely fit into this 14mm one. It was a tight squeeze. I could do it, but I had to kind of like squeeze in and adjust my glasses on the inside, and it's obviously not meant to be for that. But with this one, it's better for non-glasses users because it's better than this one in my opinion, and you get an increased FOV, but also I managed to make it fit with my glasses because it's thinner. Now I was worried about scratching the lens because obviously this is thinner than the stock foam, so you will get closer to the lens, so I just kind of moved it away, you know, with those knobs on the Vive. But then you can actually fit it on, and then you've got a cleaner solution than the default one, and it just feels very nice. One problem I had with this one, it seems to me, I don't know, just the shape of it is different to the stock foam and also the 14mm one. This one kind of, when you put it on the Vive, it like presses your nose a little bit. Maybe I have a really big nose. I don't think I do, but maybe that's a new complex in development. It closed my nose up and I felt really nasally every time I was playing, so I just kind of moved them lower than the Velcro shows on the Vive headset. Instead of attaching like this, I attached it like this, a bit lower. That might not be a problem for everyone though. It's just, this is really good. This is a really solid product, and also the fact that I kind of found a hack for it for glasses wearers is a really nice bonus as well. Alright, so in conclusion, for comfort reasons, you should just keep the stock one. But if you actually want a cleaner solution for your headset, then this will get the job done as well. Much better than the sponge. It will soak up a lot of the sweat and it's easy to clean, but ultimately it's more annoying to attach. Not a huge deal because again, you won't be doing it often. It is cheaper, it is more comfortable, but in my opinion, these ones are even cleaner, and for $10, they're a bit more comfortable, but I really mean barely a bit. This is the thinner one, the 6mm version. This is the 14mm one. This one I didn't enjoy as much as this one, but it's still definitely far from uncomfortable. Probably you'll get used to it after playing with it for a while. I've had these for about like 3 weeks now, I think, so I've tested them a decent amount. Ultimately, this 6mm version, I can't say that word today, millimeter, is ultimately the best one. It's very easy to attach, which is a huge plus in my opinion. The texture feels very good. Although it will make you sweat a little bit more, it's still ultimately cleaner. And the VR face that you get after playing is a little bit more extreme than the foam one. You'll have like these kind of wrinkles. When it's actually on the headset, it bends in a little bit like this and it gets these wrinkles. And you'll have those on your face, but who cares? Who doesn't like a little bit of good VR face after you're done? Yeah, I mean, although ultimately I feel this one is the best one, hopefully this video has helped you make up your mind. Maybe you'll want this other VR cover for other reasons. They all have their positives and negatives. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it or thought it was useful. And also, if you want to pick up the product for yourself and support my channel at the same time, there is a referral link in the description. So you'll buy it from the official VR cover website, but it's an affiliate link where I'll also get a little bit of kickback. Of course, it's not necessary, but it's very much appreciated. If you have any questions, by the way, feel free, of course, to ask them in the comments. I'll answer them. And that's about it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Goodbye. I love you.